The essence of human resource management. Welcome everyone to today's presentations. This is going to be a very short videos. We will be speaking about the introductions, or let's say the synopsis of what are the end objectives of having an HR department in an organization. So let us understand what are the contemporary issues, what is the present context in which HR works. We will try to trace the evaluation of the functions, HR functions in an organization. Where did it begin from? We'll talk about the fundamental goals of human resource management. We'll discuss everything that comes as far as the ambit of human resource managers' roles and responsibilities are concerned. And lastly, we'll talk about the settings of HRM. Now, human resources, as the name suggests and as the pic suggests right now, is a mix of humans, is a mix of essentially employees. We are talking about it. Why are employees being the perspective? Because they are the captive humans, wherein they have a set objectives that they have joined an organizations to essentially realize their personal career goals and probably in the process of achieving the organization goals. Then what are the humans which are not being considered? Probably the end customers, probably the vendors, probably the suppliers. So we will be specifying the employees as far as this particular presentation goes around it. Human resources are the people in an organization that carry out various jobs, various tasks, probably functions in exchange for wages, salaries, and thereby. So, what exactly is human resource management? It is managing their employees so that their productivity never dips, so that their focus never gets disturbed altogether. It is the comprehensive set of managerial activities and the tasks concerned with developing and maintaining qualified workforce in ways to contribute to the organizational effectiveness, and that is very important. Remember, the focus of the employees should not get disturbed. The productivity should improve over a passage of time in a way that they are not only earning their wages, their salaries, but essentially attaining their life goals, their personal goals, without compensating or compromising in the achievement of the organization goals. So contemporary perspective of human resource management, as of today, it is a very pertinent thing. Everybody is understood the well taken care of an employee means the employees are going to take good care of the companies. The result partly from a growing realization of the importance of people as a resources advantages, as a resource advantages in the terms of technical abilities, the networking skills, and functional knowledge that they bring in. For more practical reasons, such as in every constitution, it is made clear that they have to find ways to hire, to reward, to manage people effectively within the ambit of the law. So let us understand the evolutions of human resource function. First and foremost thing was the scientific management, which was based on the earliest approaches to industrialized economies altogether. It was conceived with how people work and how to improve their productivity. So the work was structured. So the individual was given a position. The job was to basically maximize efficiency and improvement in productivity, which essentially led to an era of human relation era. That means from scientific management, wherein the definition of the tasks, the activities, and probably the roles and the structures were quite simply laid down and defined accordingly. But in the human relation era, it was all marked by ways to keep people happy. People means the workers happy. Workers are the employees. Since they understood that a happy workers will be a more productive workers per se, we are talking about an organization that they grew into specialized unit, let's say the personal department, to work with employees. This type of new management functions were known as personal management. So right from scientific management to a behavioral management or human relation era to a personal department, formation of a personal department where this department would essentially looked into the issues of the employee. Then actually it became a law in the constitution. The Civil Right Act in every federal government will mention certain legal regulation, let's say made in the process of hiring, promoting employees, more complex, creating a need for HR specialities as the case might be. So human resource management in an electronic age, as if today, what is happening with it? Electronic technology has made things much more transparent, much more visible, much more well understood with the basic approach of how we manage the human resources, but certainly at an effect in how HRM system is being delivered. It's a click of a mouse that the pic has been showing to you. HR manager faces an array of new challenges, including financial crisis, including how stress is becoming a major factors in people life. We're talking about knowledge workers, employees whose jobs are primarily concerned with the acquisition of knowledge. HR managers are the role that they apply altogether as and when on basis. We are talking about it in the sense of whose jobs are primary concerns, as in when on basis how things happen, the HR manager is expected to play a role which is prime importance. Now we are talking about individual growth, as in the employees growth and development, not only in the company but also in his or probably her personal life. Another goal of managers are to promote personal growth, development of its employee by offering education, by offering skill training, skill building, and career development. In fact, I should also stress upon the things wherein companies take it up to them if there are certain international employees that their spouse's requirement for a job was also taken care of by the company. There are plentiful of an example in on a daily life where the children of a star employee is also taken care and their schooling is at least looked after, if not been paid for, as good as a good admissions to a decent school has been taken care of, and so on and so forth. So yes, we are not looking at individual growth and development, we are looking in totality about the individual's career growth altogether. So HR management is a staff function versus a line function. Is HR is a staff function or a line function? Those directly responsible for creating goods and services are the line managers, but those responsible for the supporting the lines of the staff managers achieve the organization goals are the staff managers. So there are HR managers who are line managers, essentially responsible for goods and services, essentially for all HR functions in terms of salary disbursement, in terms of appointment, in terms of recruitment, in terms of benefit administration. It becomes a line manager. But when it comes to an assistant role of supporting the management efforts to achieve the organizational goals and objective, we are looking them as a staff manager. So many organizations have this particular distinction, as the particular pick would be showing it to you all together. So in a smaller organization, what is the role that it plays? Small organizations still use operating managers to handle their basic human resource function. Yes, probably the owner might be looking into the HR functions, probably a manager who is not adequately qualified as an HR manager would be coming to know, but keeping a tab on the things of an organization, he or she doubles up as an HR manager, delivers the HR function. Small independent business are generally operated in a similar fashion. Very small organization exempt from legal regulations too. In fact, micro organizations are not even permitted, or not is been the legalities of the land often ignores this concept altogether. So HR in a larger organization, probably there is a marked differences. As organization grows, HR becomes a department which becomes almost mandatory. And without an essential functional HR department, the organization does not seems to operate well. When an organization reaches around 200 to 250 employees, it generally establishes a self-contained HR department. As the organization continues to grow, the human resource department grow as well as to a specialized department in the case as a case to case basis. A system based perspective is what we are looking for. The human resource manager subsystems both affects and is affected by other functional subsystems throughout the organization. Utility analysis is the attempt to measure in more objective terms the impact, the effectiveness of the HR management practices in terms of metrics. Now, what are the metrics that we are looking into it? Let's say the financial performances, the revenue per employee, the output per employee, and so on and so forth. With this, I come to an end of this presentation. Thank you for watching this video.